Thank you. It's a privilege, a pleasure for me to introduce Dr. Joe Romine to you. And I think his resume speaks for itself. A number of things that he's done here as an employee of the university over the years. But the term meritorious service to me implies work beyond what's expected, special contribution to the university. So the category fits Joe in a special way. My own experiences with Joe, besides what's listed on his resume, would be things like a Saturday afternoon in the mid-'80s when we were still playing on that rubber floor over in Odell. The referee had come to us and said, "You're not going to be able to play anymore until you have lines that go all the way around the court." The lines were rubbing off the court, and we went to the powers that be, and their response was to give us a couple of rolls of floor tape. So he and I on our hands and knees out there on the floor, putting the tape on the floor so we can have basketball again, have a 10-second line and sidelines. In that period of time, we had a time when we had to reschedule some basketball games in the fall and make some trips. We played in 7 states and had to reschedule. There were 14 games, and of course people are glad to play you, but only if you'll come to their place. And so we played in West Virginia, we played twice in Detroit, played in Kentucky, played in Illinois, and Joe drove the old blue Mennonite church bus, if you've seen that. It even had windows on some sides, and drove that thing for us through all those games that year. It was kind of a fairy tale end because it was the first year that we went to the national tournament, but he was willing to jump in and do that. He filled in as the athletic director for a year before he became the full-time athletic director. He was an assistant. He coached track for a year. He did a lot of things that go unnoticed. I was telling Theo Broker, I think this is a special category because there are so many people here who have made it possible for others to really succeed and do well. And Joe certainly has done that. I think of this like the rich man in the parable of the talents who gave the talents to the servants and asked them to go out and do something with those while he was gone. And the man with the 10 talents that came back and doubled them, he looked at him and he said, "Well done, good and faithful servant." I think this is the time Taylor says to Joe Romine, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Joe.
I was told I had 5 minutes, so I wrote everything down. It's 5 minutes worth. I found my way to Taylor as a basketball player at junior high school, and came back to youth conference in high school, and then I became a freshman and played football at Taylor. And then I graduated from Taylor in 1970, and I moved to Long Island, New York. Strange place. To Long Island. I didn't know where Long Island was for so long. I came back to Taylor in 1972 as the assistant football coach, professor, and I enjoyed that. I came back and worked more, and I've always been thankful for my experience at Taylor and the opportunities I had. So I've coached here. I've been an athletic administrator. I was AD for a while and assistant professor. So I've had the gamut of everything you can get Taylor almost. So I'm such an honor to accept this award. I never expected it. I don't think you ever expect it, but it's nice to have. And I'll cherish it always. So thank you.